Off that play, back out in front. Loose puck right in front of the goal, and another whistle by the official as the net off again. So we might see this continuously during this game if the ice for the Pegs has been chipped away, that this net is going to keep coming ajar and off its moorings. The official now checking it, using some water from Andhurst. Face off to the right of Andhurst. MLAC will win it. Gaudreau centers that to Smith, wanted to go behind the net. Andhurst had to be sharp to keep that out. Cano gets it, he drives wide. He'll curl back, button hook, now get the puck down low. Roberts in pursuit, trying to help out as a second man. Cano still there, gets it loose. As gets the puck back to Gaudreau, and Cano knocks it down. Trying to get it deep back into the Innovation Physio zone. Oh, they're going to call Shields for a penalty, but should be coincidental as right after that, Shields was leveled from behind with a cross check. There's no way there is not going to be two infractions coming out of this. And as I thought, Shields will go off for boarding, and it'll be a cross-check to Jickling of Innovation Physio. So Shields will have to lick his wounds in the sin bin, and we'll continue on in the 5-on-5. So retaliation there by SSAC cancels out a potential power play, and will continue on 5-on-5. Schumacher forces his man to turn it over on the zone entry. MLAC will pick it up. Holowadiak over to his D partner. Worked up the middle to Rahal. One touch looking for Baldwin. Baldwin able to pick it up, but that's going to be blown down on the offside at the Innovation Physio blue line. 3:14 remaining in this opening frame. Your MLAC still very much in this game, as mentioned, on the physicality, getting under the skin of SSAC. Cole works it up the wall. Rahal squeezed off along the play, along the boards, can't get it out. He'll now get it out. Cole picks that up. He's going to retreat back in his own zone. Holowadiak just chips that to open the ice. And Schumacher will chip it up ahead. Baldwin centers it, looking for Rahal, and that puck almost right back onto the stick of Rahal. Cole looks to go up over the blocker of Devaney. That didn't miss by much and hits the glass. Good shot by Cole. Ding that. Short side, looking to go upstairs, and another unforced error for SSAC as they elect to just clear the puck out of the zone to relieve the pressure and get a whistle. Face off to the right of Devaney. Robertson to take the draw. Fayad and Jafaris on his wings. Roland and Wrestler on the back end. SSAC player got a step on Wrestler. Wrestler able to steer him to the corner, but he lost his twig and it broke. As a result, Wrestler now without a twig in front of the net. He's going to go to the bench. Weiss will come on in relief. Fayad jams that to the back wall in pursuit. Hurls himself into the end boards on the forecheck. Allows MLAC to get the puck. Roland stripped to the puck at the blue line. And SSAC, who would have had a 2-on-1, sends it down the ice for an icing. So a couple unforced errors by Innovation Physio. Allows MLAC to get some zone time here. Bent, clean face-off win back to Goudreau. That's off a stick. Bounces down and SSAC is able to pick it up. They'll get the center, but no further. Goudreau sends it back in. Asaf on the forecheck. Bent and Black on his wings. Goudreau and Smith. The deep pairing. Drive in and wide, right up the gut. Goudreau, good job to push his man off the puck. Smith ties up his man in the corner. Asaf, the centerman, in to support and help out. Goudreau up to Black. He'll chip it out to the neutral zone. Allow Asaf to give chase. Still out here with Bent. Bent looks to pick that off. Almost kept that in the zone. SSAC back. 3-on-3 as it's brought right back in on net, and Smith ties his man up, allowing Andhurst to just grab that bobbling puck as it trickled to the goal. Curtis, are you back with us?
We're back. Took a little bit. Had to change the link, but it's on Teams. We should be good to go.
Awesome. Thank you very much. 54 seconds remaining in this opening frame as I hand the reins back over to Curtis.
Face off near side in the Leafs zone. Leafs win that one, or sorry, Southside wins that one. Baker with the shot that's knocked down in front. Tried to put that out in front. That's going to be cleared away by the Leafs. Smith, left side for Shields. Shields coming in. He's hit hard into the boards, lost his footing. Southside moving that up the ice. Athletics put that into the far side of the Canadian zone. Centering pass right in front. There's a shot. Anders with the great save. And they're going to blow that one down. Anders not too happy with that one as that man was left unguarded out in front.
Well, that left post keeps coming ajar, Curtis. Anders pushed off to just a little bit. Came off, quick whistle again as, like you said, that SSAC player able to find himself all alone in front of the net. Didn't peek, just shot straight on Andhurst. Final seconds ticking off the period here. Puck right back, block. Good block by Schumacher to keep that from getting to the cage. 10 seconds remaining as Cole's gonna try to get to center and get this in. He does, but Rich gets his pound of flesh on Cole and dumps him to the ice. So after 20 minutes, it's your MLAC Leafs trailing 2-1 over SSAC Innovation Physio. Shots on goal 3-1 in favor of SSAC, 16-5. But more importantly, the goalie, Father Peter Edhurst, 21-4. He has his shot total.
What was that shot total that Peter had was what, 21-4?
21-4, yes.
And our scorekeepers here have it 16-5, but I guess the story here is MLAC's getting well outshot. Got a good bounce, buried it early on the penalty kill in the first minute of the game. Southside, though, able to battle back pretty hard.
Yeah, I think the big thing, Curtis, is just having that support in front of the net. The centerman coming back, the winger on the far side covering the slot, because SSAC is getting repeated chances where they have they're outmanning the defenseman in front of the net, and the defenseman can't cover two players. So, I mean, they have F1 or the puck carrier behind the net, and he's finding the open guy in the slot. And so, I mean, yeah, the shots are 16 shots by SSAC on the board, 2 goals to show for it. But I think MLAC just has to take care of their own end, keep the puck to the outside, not allow these opportunities by Innovation Physio, because we're seeing at the other end, though, there's 5 shots on goal. The Leafs are pushing SSAC around, I'd say, and you saw it in a couple shifts where they're just getting more frustrated. They're getting under the skin of the opposition players.
Yeah. Need to do a little bit of chalk talk, remind the players of their checks or their responsibilities in the defensive zone. come back here for a hard second period.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many shorthanded goals we've seen throughout the season, or a bounce like that, and we can talk about all the games we've watched of this Leafs team where they haven't got the puck luck.
Yeah.
And that was definitely one where they got the puck luck off the stanchion, and Schumacher just right to the net, able to beat Devaney back to the front of the net and chip it in for a shorthanded goal. So the Leafs are pushing hard. I knew they'd come out hard like we've seen in this playoff round.
Yep.
So they just have to stick with that, and like I said, just tighten up defensively.
Right on. We'll get a word from our sponsors here and come back here ready for the second period. And here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Terwillegar. We are ready for the second period. We did some checks on the streaming software at the break. Looks like we are ready to go.
Oh, when you say we, you must have a mouse in your pocket, Curtis, because it wasn't you and I.
Peter on the other side helping out. You're the talent.
So Devaney not really tested in this opening frame. Like I mentioned, maybe rattle a little bit on that shorthanded goal by Schumacher. Just caught a stanchion and he was able to chip it in. Devaney able to get back to the net. Gets back to get a piece of it, but Schumacher able to chip it in shorthanded. Unfortunate penalty, first shift into the game for MLAC. But they didn't give up a power play goal. But leading by one, or trailing by one after 20 minutes, and we're underway.
Southside brings the puck into the Leaf zone. Jammed up in the near side. Fayad gets it out. Gets it up to Asaf. Asaf dumps that into the near corner. Black and McCloud go on the far side. Comes loose for Holowadiak. That's directed towards the net. Knocked down by Asaf. Rebound goes to the near side. Broken up in front. Now it comes back to the point. Cole with a shot through traffic. That goes to the far side. Holowadiak keeps that in on the bar on the far side. Black boards. Holowadiak fires that towards the net. That's picked off by number 10, who's going to move that up the ice. Shot. Oh, Anders had to be sharp on that one. It looks like it came around the side. Now the Leafs breaking out. Oh, that didn't make it far. Baldwin checked at the line. Leafs dump that up the near side. It's going to roll into the south side zone. We got an icing with 19:02 left in the second period.
Well, that last MLAC zone time in the SSAC end. Asaf dumped in front of the net. Got up a little slow. He's on the bench. Doesn't look any worse for wear, so we'll keep an eye, but I don't think he's going to miss a shift here.
Oh, high shot off the draw by Southside. Comes off the glass over to the near side. Southside trying to drag that in. That's broken up. Bennett keeps that alive for Southside. Puts it on the near side. Saskowitz battling against Baldwin. Saskowitz moves down low. Smith takes a centering pass. Comes out high on the net. It's come off, but Anders makes the save anyways. 18:39 to go in the second period.
Oh, there the SSAC defenseman able to sneak in to the top of the circles. Didn't get picked up by the covering winger of MLAC and get a shot away. The net comes off its moorings. They got a whistle, so quick whistle helps the Leafs here. Face off to the right of Andhurst.
Face off won by the Leafs. You get that up the zone. Rahal with it. Rahal low shot. Oh, and Devaney takes a check from that one. Whistle goes with 18:28 to go in the second period.
Well, Devaney's defenseman trying to keep Rahal to the outside, and that defenseman right over the top of Devaney. She gets up, no worse for wear. She looks like she's fine. Hasn't really been tested here in this game, but that'll keep her awake, Curtis.
Face off one by Southside in their own zone. They cycle over to the near side. Puck turned around in the zone. Baldwin with it. He has to come out to center to regain control. Goudreau, far side. That's tipped in by Shoemaker. Southside has it behind their own net. Trying to move it up the near boards. Comes off the boards though. Leafs take it back. Rahal in the corner. Or sorry, the near boards. Comes loose for Southside. Saki. He's going to move that over to Flanagan on the left side. Flanagan.
Good stick.
Taken away by Goudreau. That's running things.
We'll see if anything. No whistles.
Not yet.
We got arms up by both officials here.
Yeah, they're waiting for.
Things are getting heated right now.
I think Baldwin's gonna go. They're sitting and watching. They're gonna blow it earlier. Final straw was Baldwin.
Well, there were no penalties coming, Curtis, and then both officials had their arms up at the same time. I would be shocked if there's not an SSAC penalty as well. And there is in fact a penalty, good, because there was a lot more going on there. Both officials had their arms up. Initially got the first infraction, but then both teams looking for dance partners. Oh, the intensity ratcheted up here. The game only with a 1-goal difference.
Yeah, both teams need a win here.
But Curtis, I guess that MLAC probably going to get at the extra 2, which would be an accurate guess from the looks of it.
Looks that way.
So it'll be a SSAC Innovation Physio power play. Faceoff will come back into the MLAC zone. Coach Bricks will get his penalty killing unit out there.
Face-off will be at the far side in the lead zone. 17:41 to go in the second period. Puck's drop. South side wins it. Back to the point for Brennan. Left side for number 14, McLeod. McLeod down to Bennett. Bennett below the net to Millard. Millard hanging on to it. Now moves it back to the point to Brennan. Brennan cycles it back to Millard. Bounced into the corner. Maple Leafs, the Leafs had a chance to move it out. Brennan knocks it down at the line. That shot hit the stick of Jaffaris, goes wide. Bennett with it for Southside. Centers that. That's broken up. Shovel down now. Leafs cut that off. Moving it up the ice. Weiss
Weiss is going to be on the offense here, Curtis. He's going to force a turnover too.
Left back for Black. Black shovels that. Oh, it's knocked down by McLeod. Ends up on the stick of Bennett. Left side for Nix. Nix tries to cut in. Weiss knocks him down. Send to the far side. South side coming in. Back to the point to McLeod. Pressured by Cole. Cole wins that. He's going to put that down the ice.
Probably not how you want to drop the first half of your penalty kill, but that works.
Yeah, 40 seconds left in the south side power play. McLeod with it. Sends it over to number 10, Fredberg. Dumped into the Leafs zone. Leafs get it back. Shoemaker is going to back that into the south side zone. Devaney sets that up for McLeod. McLeod looking for Brennan. Skips past Brennan at center. Smith with the shot. Tipped by McLeod.
Oh, look at that one hopper on Devaney. She's getting tested here.
Picked up on the near side by Fredberg. Handed off to Brennan. Brennan back to McLeod. 8 seconds left in the power play. Centering pass. Sent up to Rich. Skips past him. Gaudreau's going to take that and dump that in the south side zone. That will do it.
Great penalty kill. Let's get some momentum off that, Curtis.
Harris going to move that up for south side. Tries to go down the middle. That's broken up by the Leafs. Roberts looking for Canal. That's broken up
nice
by
try.
Brennan. Puck comes loose. Rolls into the south side zone. Picked up by Pingu. South side dumps that in the Leafs zone. Comes off the side. Set up by Anders for Smith. Smith trying to move the puck, hit the skates. Moves it outside to Canal. Canal up the boards, looking for Gaudreau. Comes over to Roberts. Roberts gets to the line, but not out. Dumped down low. Canal slow to get up behind the play. Southside picks it up. That shot blocked by Roberts. Put out to the line, but not out. Picked up on the near side by the Leafs. Smith's going to pick that up. trying to move it out, throws it to the open space. Canal picks it up to Roberts. Roberts takes that into the south side zone. Comes over to the left side. Hanging on, shovels that down low. He's going to go for a change. South side moves that out the far side. That's cut off by Roland. Directed towards the net, turned around. South side moving that up the far side. Saskowitz. He's put it into the boards by
A great back check by Asaf.
Battleford in that corner. Centering pass. Gazal, low shot. Comes off the side of the net. Roland puts that around the outside. Pinched in by Pingu. Swept down low.
You just need a whistle here, Curtis.
Trouble out in front. It's in the crease. Roland has behind the net.
Just ice it down.
Far side for Shields. Shields up to Fayad. Fayad fights to the truck, comes in the near side,
Yep,
and they're going to call it
that's
offside.
just offside.
Yeah, that's fair. Saf just jumped ahead of the play, just barely.
Well, keep an eye on Canal. He got hit hard along the boards in the MLAC zone, was holding the back of his head. He stayed on for the rest of his shift, but he is definitely shaken up on the Leafs bench.
They're not going to pull Canal off the ice easy. He's tough. He's tough. Owadiak moves that up the line. Kiernan keeps that in the Leaf zone. Sharp angle. That bounces back to the point for Kiernan. There's a low shot. That hit traffic. Asaf coming away with it. It's going to sickle behind the net. Moves that to the outside to Cole. Cole with it. Tried to make the inside move. Puck shipped away. Now we need to go back to better breakouts. Quit doing it yourself. Trust in your team. Now it's ripped around the boards to the near side. Kiernan with it.
Ooh, that's going to be a trip.
Now Fayad will end up in the box for that one. And the Leafs running into a bit of penalty trouble here. Not helping their cause. 2-minute penalty to Fayad. Called with 12:41 left in the second period. Face-off near side in the Leafs zone.
I think it's just a couple shifts for SSAC able to have MLAC right in the zone. And just a little discombobulated, and as a result, SSAC able to draw a penalty.
McLeod on the far side. Down low for Fredborg. Over to number 9, Millard. Millard cycles back to the far corner. Back to the point to McLeod. Down to Millard. He's going to walk that in. There's a shot. Anders with the pad save. Put up the far boards. Southside keeps that in at the point. Knocked down by Rahal. McLeod has the puck turned over, and then sending it down the ice goes Goudreau.
Well, good job by Rahal to get back on his man after he got beat at the blue line and prevent him from getting a shot on net.
McLeod, left side for Millard. Too far for him. Swept out of the zone by Goudreau. Southside comes back in. Goudreau gets a free dump in with 1 minute left in the Southside power play. Wheeling out the near side, Brennan.
Well, again, this MLAC penalty kill. Getting things done here, Curtis, but you don't want to go to the well too many times.
Brennan cycles behind his own net, gets to Millard. Millard sends it up Fredberg on the right side. Fredberg walks in. Takes it on the near corner. Looks like he wanted to get back to the point. That was jammed up the boards. Now comes back to the point for Baker. Baker down low for Fredberg. His shot hit a skate. Goes over to Argoas in the near side. Argoas puts it back to the point to Baker. Back door. Millard. Millard hangs on looking for Fredberg. That's kicked off the post. Stays out. Leafs clear that to the boards, but held in by Brennan. Brennan steps into the slot. There's a shot. Blocker saved by Anders. Put down low. Now comes up high for Shoemaker. Shoemaker will bounce that off the boards. And this is going to do it for the south side power play. Leafs get their man back on the ice. South side tries to stretch that out. That was chipped away by Shoemaker. Resler puts that out to the neutral zone. Newton picks it up. Roberts comes out, puts him into the boards. Saskowitz venturing over to the left side. Low shot, wide of the mark. Tipped back to the line by Bennett. Put down low, Bennett with a shot off the glove of Anders. Canal trying to jam that out. He gets it out to the neutral zone, then he's removed to the puck. Kiernan dumps that back in for Southside. Resler with it. Resler moves that right up the middle. This is going to be an icing call. But the Leafs should be able, they're not going to make a change?
Oh,
Yeah,
they should, yeah. That was 3/4, if not more, through their shift, so I would get a line change in here. Get some fresh bodies. Exactly halfway through this game, shots on goal 21-7 favor SSAC. But if you want a more accurate, through a goalie dad, 29-6. Thank you, Mr. Andhurst.
Leafs win the draw. Resler puts her on the far side looking for Shoemaker. Shoemaker tries to jam that out. Comes out to the neutral zone. Knocked down by Jafaris. He brings that back out to center. Chops it up the far side. Shoemaker almost got away with it. South side comes back into the Leafs zone. Good hit there by Ben. Knocked down Jafaris. Right side for Shoemaker. Shoemaker will dump that in. Go to Chase. Picked up by Brennan. Up to Nix. Nix coming across center up the right side towards the Leafs zone. Cuts inside. Resler comes to the left side. Shoemaker on the back check. Breaks that up, but Southside keeps it in. Blocker save.
Great
Anders
stop.
comes off the glass. Nix with it. Throw it out in front again. Jafaris ends up with the puck. Trying to wheel it out as bent. He's caught at center. Brennan taking it back to the far side. Weiss cuts him off the puck. Set up for Resler. Resler can't find a Saf. He's trying to lead up the ice. Resler still with the puck. Sends it to the far side. Jafaris will turn
Good
and
job
dump
to
that
get it
in.
deep.
Brennan for south side. Setting up by Amazon net. Pressured by Saf. Argois receives the puck. Sends it to the far side. Received by McLean. Flanagan coming up the left side. Pass broken up by Cole. Flanagan gets the puck back for south side. Comes into the corner. Leafs chasing in their own zone again. There's a shot. Anders with the save. Asaf chips that to the outside. Baker's gonna pinch down. Keep it in the zone. Baker and Argois working for the south side. Leafs get it back though. Rushing it out is Asaf. He's bumped off the puck. Goes loose into the south side zone. Baker picks it up on the near corner.
Great job to cycle the puck here by this line, Curtis.
Outside. Oh, it's coughed up. There's a shot by Asaf just off the mark. Coming up the near side is Baldwin. Working against Baker. Still battling on the near boards. Cole loosens it up. Back to the point for Rahal. There's a shot. And a save there by Devaney. Will stop play with 7:41 left in the second period.
Well, just hard work by this MLAC lineup just to get the puck in deep, cycle the puck on this last shift, tie it up, able to get it back to Rahal, who was supporting Cole, who had pitched down the wall, and to get an offensive face-off and a full line change.
Face-off one by Southside. They're trying to move it around the far side. Initially cut off by Shoemaker, but here comes Southside up the near side. Kiernan coming up into the Leafs zone. Tried to make inside Cole. Cole takes the puck away. Shoemaker with the puck moves it to the far side. Southside cuts it off only for a second. Here's Rahal with it. Rahal centering pass, looking for Black. Black.
Oh, great try.
Kiernan. That was good break up by Kiernan, and Southside puts the puck back into the Leafs zone. Cole goes into the corner, moves it up for Black. Knocked down at the point by Kiernan. Low shot, stick save by Anders. Leafs going to put that down the ice. It's going to end up wide, so we'll have an icing call with 6:57 to go in the second period.
Yeah, I don't mind managing the game that way. Just get an icing, another full line change out. I know you have a defensive face-off in your own end, but you're in a one-goal hockey game, getting outshot 3-1, and just looking for that opportunity to pounce and tie things up, Curtis.
Puck's dropped. Still up for grabs. Southside wins it. There's a shot by Carey. That's
Smith
blocked
took
by
that
Smith.
in the hand. Ouch.
Brennan. Oh, Smith blocks another one off the ankle. Goes to the far side for Canal. Canal lost in the zone, south side. Regains possession in the Leaf zone. Hit down low, it's going to bounce to the near side. Shields with it, up the boards, knocked down by Brennan. Here comes south side again, Fred Borg. Drops that back to Kara. Broken up by Roberts. Shields, going to find space. He's caught from behind.
How is that not a penalty for slashing?
Slashed
Takes
right
the
out of
stick
his
of Shields right out of his hand.
Yeah. Brennan picks up the puck for south side. Put into the Leaf zone. Smith back to play it with just over 6 minutes to go in the second period. Canal slides that back for Ben. Ben's going to reset. Flip to the open side. Canal was all the way down the ice. Southside able to keep it in on the far side. Rich. Down low for Zhao. Zhao versus back. Tries to throw that in front. Poked away by Anders. Comes out in front again. Bent with it. He's going to put it behind
get the puck out
boards.
here.
Oh, we're slow to the puck. Roberts beat there by Pingu. A shot from the left boards. Comes up the right side. Bent gets it out. Now it's put down low. Here's Anders with it. Over to Smith. Smith moves it to the far side. It's going to come out to the neutral zone. Knocked down by Pingu.
Get
He
it in
whiffs
deep.
on it. Go on. Zhao backhands that. Comes off the boards. Oh, it's tipped in. Here's a chance for Southside. And it's into the back of the net. Turnover at center. Ends up in the back of the net of the Leafs. And it's a Southside goal with 5:08 to go in the second period.
Unfortunately, Smith on the long change, unable to get to the bench and out for a long shift. And 50-50 puck right at the MLAC blue line. Chip past the defenseman and into the zone, and he makes no mistake. SSAC finally getting the insurance goal, Curtis.
Southside wins the draw. Leafs get it back. Good draw up the near side. Chipped in by Fayad. Chipped in. Yeah, that went off the stick of Fayad on the near side. Well, maybe not. Maybe he is in front of him.
But we'll see how MLAC responds here. 5 minutes remaining in the second period, Curtis. You're down by 2 now, but you get back within 1. It's anybody's game still.
Hicks with the puck for south side, puts that through the slot. Baldwin picks that up. He's going to float that out. Knocked down by Lidovchenko. South side picks it up in their own zone. Kiernan out to center. Nick's with it. Nick's hooked on the play. They're going to catch that one. Okay, so they're going to call that hook, but not the slash the other way. And this is... Oh, you know what? Now I see who the ref is. My bad.
Well, I mean, Shields gets his stick slashed out of his hand in the neutral zone. We have a 4 official system, and neither official calls the penalty. I mean, you know you don't want to make a difference in at that point, a 1-goal hockey game, but something so blatant, and then you call it the other way. So all you ask for is consistency, Curtis. And
we're not getting it. Face off near side in the Leaf zone. South side wins it. Back to the point to McLeod. McLeod up to the half boards. Back to McLeod. There's a shot. Wide. Put it in front. Anders with the save. And a quick whistle. Benefits the Leafs here. We're going to stop with 4:24 to go in the second period.
We've seen that set play numerous times by SSAC on this power play. Get it back to the point and hit the man at the goal line to try to go short side or back door.
Leafs win the draw, send the puck down the ice. Devaney setting that up for Baker. Baker, near side for McLeod. Lets that bounce to Fred Borg. Stopped by Shoemaker for McLeod. Picks it back up. Far side for Millard. Goudreau got the best of him, and Shoemaker's going to put that down the ice.
Good job by Shoemaker take a hit to make a play. He gets it down 200 feet, and SSAC has to regroup from their own end.
Argois coming across center. Into the Leafs zone. Shot wide. Baker's going to keep that in at the left point. Lost the handle, comes out to the neutral zone. Southside's going to have to tag up. Leafs got a poke on it, send that into the south side zone. Gives the chance for the Leafs to make a change here. Ballard with the puck, stolen by Rahal. Rahal, wrap around. South side moves that up the ice. Argois coming up the right side into the Leafs zone. Wide, low shot, Anders with the save. And Gaudreau puts that off the boards and out to center. 35 seconds left in the south side power play. Kiernan moves that in. Fred Borg takes over, moving it down. Ballard stripped of the puck. Turn around, low shot, good kick by Anders. Puck sent over to the far side. Chipped out by Rahal. Kiernan picks up the puck on the near side. Moved up to Fredberg. Turned over in the Leaf zone, sent out to center. Brennan with it, 10 seconds to go in the power play for south side. They dump the puck in the Leaf zone. Resler back for it first, couldn't move it to the outside. Well, there's a big heavy hit by Resler. Battle for it in these boards. Comes loose for the Leafs. Rahal moves it up. There's a shot. Devaney bubbles it, but gets the cover on top of it with 2:18 to go in the second period.
Well, the other night, Curtis, the MLAC penalty kill, perfect 9 for 9, and we're seeing it again. Kill off a penalty, get back to 5-on-5. And push here with 2:18 remaining with maybe a little bit of momentum.
Leafs win the face-off. Weiss with the shot. That hit a body. Just goes wide. Southside picks it up. Move it out to center. Bennett has it hit a stick. That will be a draw right at center. Clock stops, 2:03 left in the second period. 3-1 for Southside, late stage of the second period. Puck's drop. Leafs have it. Shoemaker puts that around the outside boards. Asaf jumping in. There's a high shot. Devaney off the glove. Put over to the near side. Leafs get it back. To Cole at the point. There's a shot. Devaney with the save. Kicks that away.
Thought it went 5-0, Curtis. Ooh.
Comes out to center. Yeah, it was a great shot there. Leafs just couldn't get to the rebound. Put up the near side by Cole. Baker knocks that down for Southside. Comes up the near boards. Pass up to Argois. He's checked at center by Cole. Loose puck to Saskowitz, who dumps that into the Leaf zone. Weiss with it. Moves it up to Baldwin. Baldwin gets that out to center. Picked up by Cole. Cole walking that in, makes the outside move. Waiting for a trailer. Southside gets the puck back. Argois. Ballard on the, no, that is McLeod on the far side. Pass up to Saki. Tried to move that Argois. That comes out to center. Brennan, low shot. Anders with the save. Moves that back to Cole. 45 seconds to go in the period. Puck comes out. Cole with it in his own zone. Trip down the ice. And it'll be an icing call with 29 seconds left in the second period.
Well, speaking of 29 on the shot clock, it's 29-11 in favor of SSAC. But if you're a goalie parent, it's 39-9. Thank you, Mr. Andhurst.
I'll go with the goalie parent.
Every day of the goalie parent's usually a lot more accurate, Curtis, because he's keeping track of the save percentage.
Face off far side in the Leaf zone. Low shot. Stick save by Andhurst. Battle for it on the near boards. Still going there. 20 seconds to go in the period. Comes loose for Baldwin. Baldwin twice. Trying to stretch at the back. That's knocked down by Millard. Coming up the right. Kerr with a shot. And a big save by Andhurst late in the period. The Leafs needed that one. Good stop from their goaltender.
Well, that's exactly what you need from your goaltender at the end of a period. You can't get back within one, at least shut down this SSAC offense.
Face off one by the south side. Try to center that. Shoemaker blocks that. Smith goes into the board. Shoemaker's trying to eat it up. And the Leafs will head into the dressing room down 2. They got to dig deep, come back hard in the third period here.
Well, down 2, but not down and out. Obviously, the shots on goal greatly favor SSAC, Curtis, but the MLAC penalty kill, as much as you don't want to give the opposition power plays or man advantages, it's been lights out again, and just MLAC just needs to create offense in the last 20 minutes.
Yep. So, Leafs need to generate a few more chances. Maybe get some bodies in front picking up the rebounds. Best if they can stay out of the box, but they have a target on their back when they get down.
Yeah, and even the few chances that they had in this period, Curtis. I mean, that one shot with a couple minutes left by Cole right through traffic. Devaney gets it with her right pad, able to keep it out, but I don't think she saw it till the very end, or at least was already down in the butterfly and just inadvertently stopped it with her pad. So get the traffic in front, and we saw in the second period when the Leafs did get offensive zone time, they were cycling the puck and forcing turnovers, just not enough to create shots and chances. I mean, really, if you look at the 2-period total, SSAC Innovation Physio shots on goal in the second period, 20 for a 2-period total of 41, and for your Leafs 5 for a 2-period total of 9. So 9 shots on Devaney. If you could get, say, 10 shots on Devaney in the third period and keep SSAC out from in front of the net and the high danger area and snuff them out offensively, you could push this game, to a tie or even a win. But they got to come and throw everything at it here in this third game of the playoff round robin.
That's right. They're in tough, but they're not out.
That's right.
All right, folks, we'll get a word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We're back here for a good third period. Well, folks, welcome back to the third period. We are at Terwillegar in this must-win game for each team, really.
That's for all the proverbial marbles, Curtis. Third game of the round robin on the other side of the ice. The other rink next door, it's a 6-0 lead for Think Green over Pro Hockey Life SSAC in the third period. Obviously, your MLAC Leafs have to win here, get the 2 points, and then it would be a 3-way tie, as Curtis, my partner and mathematician, figured out. And then we would have to do some juggling mathematically to see who moves on. I believe it's the top 2 from each pool move on a crossover to play against each other. But right now, MLAC needs 3 to win in 20 minutes.
Without giving any up? Yeah. And it would be, so Think Green would finish at the top of the pool, though, by themselves. They'd be in first place with 4 points. And if the Leafs can come back, they will finish the round robin with 3 points, just like Pro Hockey Life.
Well, we're about ready to get underway here, Curtis.
Here we go, folks. Let's see how much fight the Leafs have in them. Southside wins the draw. They put it into the Leafs zone. Back to play it. Smith takes that into the corner. Southside jumps on him right away. Goes back into that corner. Put out into the slot. And Goudreau working hard in front, has his man tied up. Anders able to cover it up with 19:42 left in the first period, or third period.
CSC just centers the puck into the blue paint. Anders able to find it through a ton of skates.
Shot right from the draw, that goes wide. Picked up by Smith on the near side. Shoemaker hands that off to Asaf. Asaf goes in the right side. Dump to Chase. Kiernan takes him. Shoemaker goes to follow it up.
That's the forecheck, Curtis, right there.
Good battle here by the Leafs. Taking it out of the corner. Looks like Cole is going to be moved up to forward here. At least the first shift. Centering pass, that's broken up. Comes over to the near side. South side's going to break out. Comes out to center. Smith gets it. Tries to put it up the near side. That's knocked down by Zal, but Asaf chases it up, dumps it back into the south side zone. Devaney sets that up for Kiernan. Kiernan, far side for Zal. Zal, cross ice pass to Fredberg. Fredberg coming in. There's a shot. Anders with the save, knocks it down. Fredberg jumps right on top of him, but Anders had it well covered up.
Just trying to look to see if we have anybody missing on the bench, Curtis.
Do we have Canal? Because he was banged up. Canal's on the ice now.
Canal's on the ice. I see Cole still up with the forward, so we'll keep an eye on that. They might be moving back to a 6th defenseman and keep Cole up front for this third period.
Resler is still lined up as a D-man. Puck's dropped in the Leafs zone. Canal almost walks away with it. McLeod stops that. Oh, comes out though. Brennan dumps that back into the Leafs zone. Roland with it. Roland hangs on. Couldn't get the pass going. Fredberg chasing Roland. Fredberg throws that in front. Broken up by Weiss. Sent to the far side. Shields up to Canal. Canal dumps that in. He's going to go chase. McLeod get there first. Moves that far side for Kara. Comes loose. Up the boards. Shields knocks it down. Shields centers that. That's broken up by Southside. Here comes Southside, back the other way. Fredberg gets a jump. There's a shot. Oh, they're going to call it offside here. And Anders makes the save anyways. Quality stop by the Leafs goaltender.
I just see SSAC trying to look for anything off the rush besides that. Looks like they sort of backed off a little bit on the forecheck, Curtis. We'll see if that hinders them here, but MLAC's all in here in the final 20.
Southside dumps that right on to Anders. Anders decides to cover it up this time. We'll have a draw on the near side in the Leaf zone.
Looks like Bent, Jafaris, and Block are lined up next to go out the forward gate. That's going to be blown down, and we'll redo it here to the right of Andhurst. Baldwin in to take the draw.
South side wins it. Saskowitz puts that through the leg. Resler goes down low. Smith feeds that to the outside to Fayad. Fayad up to Baldwin. He lets that go to Rahal. Rahal coming in the right side. That's offside. We'll redo, or we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 17:45 to go in the third period.
Just a little stutter step by Rahal puts Baldwin offside at the blue line. Baldwin is ready to drive hard to the net front.
Face-off won by the Leafs. They put the puck into the south side zone. Cole tries to put that in front. That's knocked down by south side. Here they come out the near side. Centering pass. Chipped forward by Bennett. Smith's going to get that for the Leafs. Bounces that off the boards. It's going to be right on Devaney. Sets that up for Kiernan. Sent over the near side. Saf battle in it. Sweeps it back. That is picked up by south side. Here's number 21, Nix, taking that into the Leaf zone. Up the far side, Smith takes the puck away from him. Smith fires it hard up the ice.
Oh, nice try.
It's chipped in, icing waved off. Comes over the near side. Resler didn't pick it up. It's on the near boards. Jafaris tries to step in, out for Weiss. Devaney sets that up for Lidovchenko. While we have Lidovchenko, we'll say hi to Hannah and Emma tuning in tonight. Flanagan tries to center that. That's broken up by the Leafs. Lidovchenko back to play it. Cycles over to the near side. Centering pass broken up by the Leafs. Comes to the point. Gaudreau couldn't knock it down. Comes past him. Argois coming up the right side. Low shot, wide of the mark. Picked up on the near side by Flanagan. Flanagan loses the puck in the corner. Followed up by Argois. Comes loose for Weiss. Weiss uses the boards up to Cole. Cole back to the line. Knocked down by Brennan. Brennan fires that into traffic. Goes below the goal line onto the nearest side. Centering pass broken up by Jafaris. McLeod keeps that in at the point though. McLeod has the puck taken away by Cole. Loose puck over to Weiss. Weiss behind the net. Tries to put it hard around the boards. Stopped by Flanagan. Into the slot. Oh, and a shot just goes wide by, who's that? Number 8, Saki in front. Sakai puts that over. Argois, sharp angle shot. Blocker saved by Anders. Ben puts that to the line, but can't get it out. Low shot. Anders is going to cover this one up. We're going to stop with 15:38 left in the third period.
Well, MLAC gets hemmed in their zone there, and Andhurst gets the whistle they need and pulled 5 new players out on the ice for your Leafs. Face off to the left of Andhurst.
Low shot. Anders kicks that away. South side fires it back. Stick save Anders. Holowadiak over the near side for Canal. Canal turns that, looking for Shields. That's blocked at the line. Shot, and Anders is going to make another stick save here, hanging on with 15:24 to go in the third period.
Well, we've seen that play a couple times by Canal. No luck backhand off the half wall trying to hit the center or the far winger cutting up the middle, but that time it was picked off by an SSAC defenseman.
Puck comes over to Canal. Pingle at the line. Knocked down by the Leafs. Roberts, far side for Holowadiak. Gets the puck up to Shields. Canal tries to jam that in. South side brings it back out to the neutral zone. Rolling with the puck for the Leafs. Fires that into the far side. That'll be an icing call with 15:01 to go in the third period.
Roland just trying to hit the forward on the weak side. Just out of his reach, goes down for an icing. Both teams get in the line changes.
Puck's dropped, Leafs win it. Gaudreau, harder on the boards. Bayad picks it up. Couldn't center it. Southside puts it back into the Leafs zone. Smith can't get the pass to go. Southside knocks it down at center. Dumps that into the near corner of the Leafs zone. Gaudreau over to Smith. Smith up the boards looking for Fayad. That's turned over. South side with it. Centering pass through the slot. Comes over to the near boards. Rahal with it. Bumped off. Lidovchenko keeps that in for south
Heads
side.
up.
Goes to the far corner. Gaudreau with it. Gaudreau trying to fight it up. Gets it up to Rahal. Centering pass right onto the stick of Fredberg of Southside. Comes over to the near side. Fredberg's stick broken. Leafs coming
That's
into
in.
the zone.
That's still good.
Oh, Rahal spun around in the zone. It was onside. Kiernan coming away with it. Just not working right now for the Leafs. They're hemmed in their own zone once again. Thrown out in front, broken up by Rahal. Comes over to shoot, or Baldwin. Baldwin's going to rush that up the ice. All the Leafs need is one to get back on the horse here. Having tough time getting set up in the south side zone. Put to the far side for Kara. Dumped into the Leaf zone. Anders out to play it. Resler gets it back to Jafaris. Jafaris off the boards. Southside keeps it in again. That's knocked down in the slot by Resler. Put to the outside. Held in by McLeod. Down to Bennett. Bennett trying to walk it in. Low shot off the side of the net. Picked up by Nix. Nix tries to cycle it in. Knocked down by Resler. Bennett comes out to help. Resler sweeps that up the boards. Turned over in the zone again. Bennett with it. Bennett walks it in. Backhand shot. Anders with the save. And that'll be a stop and play after Anders covers it up with 13:05 to go in the third period.
Well, unfortunately, we're seeing a little bit of panic in the MLAC game, and pucks quick off their stick and going right around, rim around the boards, back out to the point. So MLAC will have to just tighten up, make some passes, get out of the zone cleanly, Curtis. Make something happen here on the offense.
Southside comes away with the puck. That's blocked in traffic. Shoemaker up to Asaf. Asaf sends it to the far side. Followed up by Cole. Oh, he couldn't keep it on the stick. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Cole's going to dump that in. Shoemaker picks that up on the near side. Puts that down low. That is turned over to Clark.
That is a hard hit.
Yeah, put it out in front. That hit. Traffic comes over to the near side. Flanagan with it. Force outside. He's going to put that down the ice. And we'll have an icing call with 12:28 to go in the third period.
Well, that's the forecheck you need in Asaf when he's on his mark and skating hard as F1 on the forecheck, Curtis. He's as good as anybody finishing his check, and shift like that just places a seed in the defensemen of the SSAC that they got to keep their head up and maybe force them to make a bad pass, turn it over.
In the slot, here comes a backhand shot by Roberts. That's kicked away by Devaney. Palawadia keeps that in, but Southside gets the puck right back. Rich dumps that into the leave zone. Palawadia puts that up the near side. Canal back to play. Centering pass broken up by the Leafs. Jickling right on. No, that hit traffic. Pardon me. Southside gets that back at the point. Far side. In front. There's a chance for the Leafs. Canal trying to hit Roberts. Roberts has skipped past him, but Roberts coming up the left side. Has Shields and trail. Looking for Canal. Canal fired. It's on, and that is cleared over to the near boards. Canal with it. Puts that down low. Kiernan takes that into the corner. Picked up by Jickling. Jickling up to Rich. Centering pass broken up by Roberts. Sent to the far boards. Roland tries to chop that in. Knocked down by Southside. Dumped into the Leaf zone. Smith over to Cole. Cole up to Shields. Shields to Canal. That's broken up by Southside. They come in offside. And we'll have a draw in the neutral zone with 11:12 to go in the third period.
I've seen the last couple of shifts, Curtis. Get in on the forecheck, bank some bodies, make these SSAC defensemen uncomfortable. And some good passing here in the last couple of shifts have moved the puck north, and almost a goal there by Canal.
Gaudreau gets that up to Asaf. Asaf coming in with speed. Takes the wide side. Puck chopped into the corner. Given up to Cole. Smith activates. Sends that down low. And Southside puts that out to the neutral zone. Smith dumps that back in. Knocked over to McLeod. Lead pass to Fredberg. Dumped into the Leaf zone. Anders sets that up for Gaudreau. Gaudreau, Shoemaker. Shoemaker over to a Saf. Saf chips that down low, goes to chase it. Over to Gaudreau, there's a sharp angle shot off the side of the net. It's outside, puts that back to the point. Smith has the chance, there's a shot, tipped just wide, goes to the far side, hitting body in front. Cole takes it in the corner, flips it back into the slot, and south side was the only one occupying the slot there.
Well, look what this pressure is doing, Curtis, making SSAC uncomfortable, and they're going to ice it.
Can't, nope, that ends up right on Anders.
Try to ice it.
They tried. Put it right onto the Leafs goaltender. Leafs trying to bring it out. Resler knocked down. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Back to the Leafs side. Smith with it. He's going to put that down the ice. And put one right onto Devaney. Devaney sets that up for Baker. Comes loose. Put up the near side. Resler back in the Leafs zone. Moves to the far side to Baldwin. Up to Baker. Puck comes back to the Leafs zone. Southside gets it back in the Leafs zone. Here comes a shot. Glove save, Anders. We'll get a stop and play with 9:15 to go in the third period.
Oh, MLAC still pushing here, shift after shift. We've seen SSAC really back off here, Curtis, and MLAC is taking it to them for 3 or 4 shifts. Had a couple scoring opportunities. Take 2 shots to tie, 3 to win here. They're still pushing.
Puck moved around the boards to a South. Flanagan keeps that in for Southside. Argoas puts that into the corner. Resler with it. Going to the far side. Kiernan is going to get there. Cole battles it back though. Hard off the boards by Cole. Over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker, there we go. There's the breakout. South on the far side. Kiernan takes that, puts it into the Leafs zone. Resler with it. Oh, it's cuffed up in the zone. Breakaway for the south side. Followed up. Anders with the save. 2-3 saves. Now he covers it up. Kind of lost sight of it, but he gets it back, covering up with 8:39 to go in the third period.
Wow, Andhurst keeps the game at 2-goal deficit for MLAC, keeping them with a chance in this hockey game, but rebound up for grabs. SSAC trying to look for it, and MLAC very lucky not to take a penalty with the hands up in the face, taking exception after the whistle.
Leafs win the draw. They move it around to the nearest side. Black's going to pick it up. Black beat to the puck, but he does get it out to the neutral zone. Puck into the south side. Bench, it goes out of play, and we got to stop with 8:24 to go in the third.
Well, now it's Jafaris, Bent, and Black. Like a dog on a bone on that forecheck. Bent chipped it around his man and just bowled right through him. MLAC still coming in waves here, Curtis.
Face-off will be on the near side in the south side zone. South side wins it. Cloud dumps that for Brennan. Put up the far side, kept in by Holowaniak. There's a high shot. Devaney's going to make the save there. Play stops with 8:16 to go in the third period.
Well, Devaney's not going to take a chance. She's going to hold on for a whistle. Let her team reset.
Draw will be on the far side in the south side zone. Put down low, south side with the puck. Leafs battling it back. Now it comes out to center. South side on the drive. Stopped quick initially by Bant, but Jickling follows it up. There's a shot off the stick of Holowaniak. Stays in play. Jickling with it. Throws that in front. Comes back to the point. McLeod keeps it alive. McLeod. That hit a stick, goes wide. Rich with it. Back to the point for Brennan. Into the slot. Here's Bent. Flips that out. And the Leafs will get a change in here. Brennan in his own zone. Up the far side of the ice. Chipped in by Zhao. Smith back to Holowaniak. Oh, sorry, Goudreau over to Roberts. Roberts lost that in the skates. Now it comes loose for Canal. Canal moving up the ice. Tracked down at center by Pingu and dumped. Millard, oh, it's coughed up in the zone. Here's Shields with a high shot, comes off the glass. South side trying to move it on the far side. Leafs get it back. Oh, couldn't keep it in the zone though. Millard looks like he beats Smith to the puck. Millard coming up the right side in. Low shot. Anders with the save. Arm of the official is up.
And again, oh, the whistle was blown, and then I believe the official just called a penalty shot.
Look at the replay here. Anders covered up, and the ref already had the arm up, it looks like. So who are they putting in the box?
Oh, he had his arm up because I thought he was calling a penalty shot, Curtis. He'd blown the whistle down on the play, and then Smith came down on the puck. And then he pointed to center.
Waiting for the officials here. They head to the scorer's bench. They do put the puck at
So it
center.
is a penalty shot.
So the Leafs do need a clear win here. It's outside, setting up the penalty shot. Here's Millard. Comes over to the linear side. Millard walking it in. Goes back to and Mendes knocks that away. Great save by the Leafs goaltender. Keeps his team in it with 6:49 to go in the third period.
Enzo Andhurst comes up big, waits out the shooter, slides across, and then like an umpire, shows the safe signal.
Love it, throws it. Here's Asaf on the far side. Can't get it now, he does. No, it's just past Shoemaker, but it's tipped in. Lidovchenko and Shoemaker battling for it. Cole comes in to help, comes loose for Saf. Swept to the far side, south side. Gets that out to the neutral zone. Smith dumps that back in.
Well, Cole didn't tag up there. He was already getting to the puck.
He was hungry for it. Comes up the near side. Cole gets the puck back. Shoemaker knocks his man down. Comes over to Asaf. Asaf gets that in, but knocked down by Kiernan. Sent to the far side. Nix with it. Coughed up. Baldwin couldn't keep it on his sticks. Outside with it again. Leafs doing a good job getting the puck back.
Great hit.
It's not enough. Puck put into the south side zone. Leafs making a change. Kiernan back. Baldwin follows Kiernan. Put up the near side. Centering pass knocked down by Black. Couldn't keep control. Over to Rahal. That is knocked down in traffic. Back to the point. And it comes out. Goudreau couldn't hold the line. South side with it.
These are the turnovers you need, Curtis, where you're trying to capitalize, get a quick shot on net.
Go, Smith!
Is
Go!
away to the races. Muscles his man off the
shot.
puck, just misses on the far side. Go
Goudreau
ahead, my
keeps that
friend.
in the zone. Rahal in front. Baldwin with a shot. And Devaney's going to make the save there as she was right on the goal line. Baldwin probably had some more room on the top side, just couldn't get the puck to settle down for him.
Well, that last shift by MLAC, Curtis, 3 different times they force a turnover. SSAC can't get out of the zone, and they're unfortunately unable to get a shot on net because forcing a turnover at the top of the circles.
Yep.
Great shift.
Puck just bounced around on him. Now comes out to center. South side. Gets that back in the Leafs zone. Resler, far side. Fired into the near side of the Leafs zone. Sent to the far side. Shields chips that down the ice. Race for it. Icing waved off. Devaney moves that behind the net. Nice move by Devaney. Pingu moves the puck up the ice. Handed off to number 8. Centering pass broken up by the Leafs. Resler with it.
Look at the back check by Shields. Wow.
Weisler evades the check, keeps on trucking, coming up the left side into the south side zone. Caught at the blue line. Shoveled into the south side zone. South side. Free rein to bring it out. Baker comes to the near side. Now sends it to the far side, dumped by Argoas.
Well, SSAC just trying to hold on now because MLAC keeps pushing to try to get within one.
Turnover inside the Leaf zone, but Leafs get it back. Here's Shields. Wanting to move that up to Black, skips through his wheelhouse. Here's the Leafs with it. Slides that to the near side. Put down low for Jickling. Intercepted by Shields. Shields flips that over to Canal. Canal to Black.
Great play.
Black coming out with it. Taking the far side. Canal following it up. Black put hard into the boards. They're not going to call that. He had his feet taken out from him. Here comes south side out with it. Down makes the inside move. Fired wide. Black picks up the puck. Black shovels that out to the neutral zone. South side dumps it back in. 3:20 to go in the game. And perhaps in the Leafs season. Puck moved up the ice. South side knocks it down on the near side. Rolling with it. Knocked down by Millard. Millard walks that in. Goes into the corner. Halawadi up. Picks up the puck, moves in the near side. Oh, Leafs didn't see it. South side picks it back up. Over to Baldwin. Baldwin. Halawadiak. He gets it out to the neutral zone, but south side kicks that back in. Rolling to the far side. South side with a high shot. Blocker save by Anders. Comes into the slot. Cleared away by Shoemaker. Shoemaker couldn't get it over to Baldwin. Follows it up. Put up the near side.
They were almost away.
Here's Millard into the zone. Takes it low. Backhand shot in front. Anders makes the save. And we'll hang on with 2:23 to go in the third period. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're really going at it on the far side. Looks like they stopped now.
Might be just a little bit of frustration boiling over as MLAC has controlled the pace of play here in this third period. We're going to have coincidentals, I believe. Curtis, as this 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the third period, this Leafs team is a different team than we saw at the start of the year and for most of the season. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. They're actually able to break out of their own zone for the most part. Fell a little bit behind today. The previous 2 games, though, they were firing. That's what we wanted to see all year.
Yeah, and I think, like I mentioned, like we talked about the beginning of the playoff round, caught 2 teams in a row off guard with the work ethic.
Yep.
Got ahead in both games, forced both teams to change their starting goaltenders. And even tonight, in this third period, have pushed right to the end of this hockey game.
Yeah, their first goal came from a friendly bounce, but they haven't had many friendly bounces since. Even the turnovers that you're pointing out here late in the third period up in the south side zone, still just, the puck's rolling on them. They're not getting the quality shots off.
Well, and you're seeing an SSAC team that's just trying to hold on because MLAC has controlled the play in this final frame.
Leafs win the draw. Southside's going to jump on it, picked up by number 21, Nix. Nix spins around the zone. Chopped back into the corner. Weiss to the outside to Asaf. Back to, it skips past Weiss. Nix can't get there. Cole moves it up the ice. Shields with it. Shields trips over Weiss. Oh, here's a chance for Nix in front. And Saskowitz puts it wide. Nix shot blocked. Second one. Pad save by Anders. Baldwin puts the outside. McLeod keeps that in at the line. There's a shot. Oh, that just over the crossbar. Shields picks it back up.
And we see Cole back on defense now.
Shoemaker with the puck. Goes wide side to Asaf. Brandon takes the puck away from him. Puts it out to the neutral zone. And
Anders is going to leave the net now.
Offside called here with 1:32 to go in the third period.
Well, Andhurst did make it to the top of the circle.
Yeah, it was about to come out. Draw will be on the far side of the ice, just outside the Leafs zone. Leafs come away with it. Weiss couldn't keep it. That's poked away by Fredberg. Sent back into the Leafs zone. Cole picks up the puck for the Leafs. Over to Roberts. Roberts up to Baldwin. Baldwin chips it up the left side. Finds it down low. Anders to the bench. Canal.
You got to get some pucks now.
Weiss trying to chase it up. In the corner for Canal. Trying to move that up high. Gets it to Weiss. At the line for a Saf. And that is chipped out of play. We'll have a face-off inside the athletic zone.
A good job by SSAC to pressure the puck carrier, force them to make a pass, and that one off a stick up into the netting, and the face-off will be back in the SSAC end to the left of Devaney.
51 seconds to go in the game. Here's a shot by Weiss. Oh, just off the blocker of Devaney. Far side, Cole keeps it in. Off to Baldwin. Baldwin up to Weiss. Weiss walks that in. There's a low shot. Hit traffic in front. Saskowitz with it. Puts that down the ice. It'll be an icing call here. 30 seconds to go to score 3 goals.
Oh, he's staring back against the grain on the blocker side of Devaney, and it just hit a shin pad. You could see the net open on that end through some bodies, but SSAC clears it down for an icing.
Waiting for the puck to be dropped here. Drops, Leafs win it. Weiss has that on the near side. South side gets a hold of it, can't clear it. Follow it up, turn around, Canola with a shot. That's into the traffic, poked away by Devaney. 20 seconds to go in the game. And South side's gonna put the puck down the ice. I don't think it's gonna make it for icing. Oh, just barely. 13 seconds to go in the third.
All this effort in the third period, and like we talked about these previous 2 games, and not like they didn't work hard in the first 2 periods. Curtis just a little bit off their game, did control the play, but pushed right to the end here.
Wasn't the same look that we saw out of them for the first 2 games. Seen it now though. There's a hard shot. That's off the iron, stays out.
And that's going to be a penalty there as Weiss is hit from behind.
And the buzzer goes.
Some fisticuffs down in the SSAC end as Canol is tied up with a man. Well, as they say, go down swinging, and that's exactly what the MLAC Leafs did in this season.
They put in a great third period.
And you got parents for SSAC yelling down over the bench, over the glass at the coaches. Not exactly classy.
Seriously.
Oh, what a great effort by your MLAC Leafs right to the very end. Like we talked about, surprised quite a few teams.
Yep. And yep, they had a great third period here. They just couldn't get the puck into the back of the net. Not too bad at all.
And shout out to Enzo Andhurst. Says 47-18 for shots, but he was lights out and kept this game to 3 goals against Curtis. Solid again in net.
And great improvement by the team through the season. Take a moment to thank our broadcast staff. Peter Anders, working the camera right beside me. Nathan Smith. We had Larry Bykowski working the camera sometimes. We had Jeff Holowadiak working the camera once.
The full crew, the full gamut.
Absolutely. There's a team effort. Thank you to all the parents, grandparents, friends, and family for tuning in all year. MLAC can leave the ice with their heads held high. They put in a good effort during the playoffs here and surprised a ton.
Yeah, and I think just this is
Thank you.
this is exactly,
Thank you.
you know, a different, like we said, a different team effort than what we saw to start the year and for most of the year. And unfortunately, the dream ends here. But these were not the scores that we were seeing to start the season.
No. Yeah, they really improved compared to the other teams in the last month here, I think. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. It's been a pleasure working with you, Curtis, and
Absolutely.
all the gizmos and gadgets and everything you have here to present to the people.
Didn't always work. Didn't always work. And thank you to you, sir. It was fun. You're the first color commentator I ever had join me, and I've been doing this for 6 years.
Oh, it was great. I had a blast.
All right. Hope to see you next season. Hope to see all of you at the rink. Maybe this spring, maybe this summer, and maybe in the fall. Take care. It's been a real pleasure, folks. Hope you have a good off season.